Good morning and welcome to Coffee with Alain. Drinking out of a reset mug. No better way to reset. Mickey there in the woods. I'll be up in the woods shortly with Rocky. That's sort of how I'm trying to reset. Thought I'd give a little update on the risks. Different people ask about it and so forth. Some people say, how did you do it? I don't exactly know. I was teaching a restraint and control class. And when you teach, you get the big guys, the strong guys. You tell them to resist, to show things work. And I don't know when or exactly how it happened, but after the class, my wrist was hurting. And I thought, I tweaked my wrist, maybe a little sprain, ignored it, went on with the rest of the weekend training, but favoring it a little bit because it hurt, and thought, oh, yeah, maybe I did sprain it. Well, I was wrong. I screwed it up way worse. And it didn't get better with time and rest and a cast and brace, and ended up having surgery 2 weeks ago. Thought I'd give an update on that surgery. I tell people, yeah, I got a pin sticking out of my wrist. And they're like, huh? I'm going to show you some pictures. So if you're listening to this on a podcast, you can go to my Facebook page, just Alain Brees, my personal Facebook page. Scroll down to yesterday's date, the 13th. You'll see some pictures. Those were the first that I actually got to see the pin because they took the initial surgery bandages off. And now I have a different brace on and protecting it because that pin will stay in for a couple more weeks. So what am I talking about? This is the hand. You can see the long incision right down the top. That's where they had to go in and put the bones back together and create ligaments to attach those and get them where they're in the right position. You see that little green thing to the side? That is the pin sticking out. I'll show a little bit better picture of that. That's what the pin sticking out of my hand looks like. And it has that little green rubber on the end. One of my friends said, yeah, it looks like one of those little wind-up things like you used to Jack in the Box or whatever, so don't go winding it up. That probably wouldn't be a good thing to do. So that is what I meant when I said there's a pin sticking out of my wrist. It's a little metal pin sticking out with that green rubber, end on it. The inside of my wrist has an incision as well, because they took tendon material from that little incision on the inside of my wrist to go in and help create the new ligaments and attach the bones that they did for the other. Now here on the x-ray, you can see that pin sticking through, my hand. Now toward the end of the pin, which stops in the middle of the wrist, you go straight down, there's that sort of triangle, that dark triangle. That used to be a lot bigger. That's where I ripped the ligaments and it was spread out. They had to put those bones a little closer together. They're not as close together as originally, but there's the new material holding them there. They also had to brace stuff so those bones don't twist, because one of the big problems wasn't just that they separated and pulled apart, but then they were twisting wrong. And so that's what they had to secure. That pin is holding stuff in place while it, heals some. They'll take the pin out in a few weeks, and then I'll be in a cast probably for 12 more weeks after that pin comes out. So it's going to be close to December before I'm out of the cast. The surgeon said some people they'll put in a brace. He said he wants me in a hard cast because I'm active and he wants it more protected, because I have some classes I have to teach and do stuff that I'll have to do in the cast. So we'll have the cast for about 12 weeks and then start on physical therapy. And that can be months to a year, he said. I should get strength back, no problem. I will not get the full range of motion. It is going to be tighter, and I'm not going to have the range of motion that I have with my right hand. I'm not going to be doing regular push-ups. I'll be doing push-ups on the knuckles only. Some things like that are just the way it is, which really sucks because I love push-ups, all kind of push-ups. And I like to drop down and do regular push-ups, and I can't do that now. I got to drop down to knuckle push-ups. So just going to have to change some things, but that's a little update of what they did. And when I talk about a pin in my wrist and some of that stuff, now you got a visual if you're watching the video. If you're listening to the audio, the video is on the Enjoy Life Safely website. The pictures are on the Facebook page, so you can always see them there if you really want to see those pictures and see what that really looks like with those incisions and the pin sticking out. While you're at enjoylifesafely.com, sign up for the newsletter. Take advantage of some of the guides and different things that I have available there. Check that stuff out. Want to say good morning to Thad. Appreciate you being here. Say good morning, Thad. I'm going to hop off here. Got to get up the mountain right away with Rocky so I can get back because I got some Reflex Protect Zoom meetings that I got to attend. So I hope everybody goes out and has a terrific Thursday. Going to say good morning to Samuel. Samuel says, keep hanging in there. Brees the Beast. Take care of yourself and have a good day. Thank you much for that, Samuel. You too. Everybody have a terrific Thursday. We'll be back and see you tomorrow.